you're right about demand. It's stunning to look at the numbers. I mean, in the 25 or 30 years that I've been following energy policy, in the electric sector, we averaged about 2 to 2.5% of growth a year. And in the very old days, I'm talking about before anyone in this room was a CEO. I see we've got a couple folks here who've been in the industry for a long time. Well before all of our times, the job of a utility CEO was to read the Federal Reserve reports, to look at the growth patterns or the GDP growth numbers, and then invest accordingly, using that as an economic demand model. We've kind of moved away from those days. Data centers today can run anywhere from 200 megawatts to a gigawatt, depending on what type of facility you're talking about. And the demand today, because of that curve, looks a lot more spiky than it did. So you have to plan a little bit more. But what we're seeing now, in the latest FERC report, they're estimating somewhere between 4 and 4.5, perhaps even as high as 5% growth, demand growth in electricity usage here in the United States. And if we're not careful, what that's going to mean is that in 10 to 20 years, because it takes a long time to build out these facilities, we're going to be short. We could be short as much as 30 to 35, perhaps even 40 gigawatts of power on the electricity side in 10 to 20 years. And that's going to be something that we have to address as a nation, and we have to start doing it today. So things like permitting reform, looking at capital markets and ensuring that we have the capital that's necessary to invest, absolutely critical, or else we're going to fall way short as a nation, in about a decade.